Anon Filly beats up Celestia. Written by bacon_noodle_soup. A fight is surely brewing. Ding ding. Bonus: I put these all together because they're all short. Anonymous goes and beats up Celestia. What else is there to say? Anonymous was an average Joe, but never called himself Joe. He met a pony named Donut Joe, after he was summoned into the world by Twilight the unicorn and Celestia the alicorn trying to summon something else. He lived comfortably there for some time, until Suncheeks, long may they be thissy, and Twilight, the adorkibbled long may she smort, tried to do him a big favor by trying to send him to his home universe. This made him angry for a few reasons. 1. He didn't ask to be sent back to his original universe. 2. He possessed a child. Twilight says he was transformed into a filly, but Anonymous knew better. He was the vengeful spirit of a human possessing a dead child's body, which he decided to call Anonymous. Honestly, not much changed. These events gave Anonymous a mission: save the filly. But first, he needed the power to do that. Anonymous rubbed her chin. Twilight, she suddenly shouted into Spike's ear. "Ack!" Spike exclaimed, nearly falling off the ladder. "Anon, what are you doing in the bookshelf?" "I'm looking for Twilight. But maybe you can help," Anonymous answered. "Sure," Spike said, rubbing his ear. "Just as long as it's within reason." "How do I become a goddess/alicorn?" Anonymous asked. Spike stared for a moment. "What?" Anon simply stared, her green eyes glowing. This greatly creeped out Spike, despite how cute the filly was. "I guess you'd have to be a princess?" "What if that's not possible yet?" Anonymous asked, eyes glowing stronger, but not brighter. "Or what's another way to become a princess if I can't actually ascend?" she asked, leaning closer so her nose booped Spike's. Replace the princess?" Spike nervously said, sweating slightly. "Thanks," Anonymous said, giving Spike a small kiss on the nose. She shoved him off the ladder, grabbing him at the same time, and fell to the ground, landing harmlessly on the scaled creature. Well, harmlessly for Anonymous and the body of the child. Spike was heavily dazed and stunned. Twilight entered the library. She let out a gasp, seeing her assistant/brother/son on the ground, with Anonymous sitting on him. "Anonymous! Did you beat up Spike?" she exclaimed in shock. Anonymous blinked, before her eyes lit up with a light bulb above her head. "Yes," she said, before bolting past Twilight. She ran and dived into an air balloon. She lifted Pinky and threw her out, while laughing like a maniac. Anonymous soon drifted far away, towards Canterlot. Pinky, are you all right? Twilight asked, rushing up to her friend. She quickly helped the pink pony off the ground. "Sure, but I think something's wrong with Anon. She never laughed after she lost her, no." Pinky shook her head. "And now she's laughing like she's gone nuts." Pinky cringed at her unintended pun. Applejack exited the library, Spike on her back. "Y'all mean. Now Chui, did ya let Anon near any dark magic thingies?" "No, I don't even own any," Twilight exclaimed. "Well, Spike keeps saying how Anon's gonna replace Celestia," Applejack answered. Meanwhile / later the doors to the throne room burst open, a small filly having bucked them open. "Celestia," she proclaimed, "I'm here to beat you up." Celestia raised an eyebrow, looking at those attending day court around her. "Anonymous, why on earth would I ever fight a child? Much less a Freen-Luna is a faggot." Celestia threw her table aside, cracking her neck. "It is so on. Ding ding. Warning: this chapter contains child abuse, abuse of power, assault, assault on royalty, and illegal gambling. In other words, Anon Filly and Celestia fight while others make bets." Earlier 2 guards stood outside the throne room, where Celestia was doing day court. "You ever wish something happens around here?" the younger guard asked. "The only time something happens, it's usually massive, beyond our power to do much help, and ends with cut paychecks to repair the damage," the senior replied. "Oh," the younger said. There was a slight silence. "But yes, I do wish something happened," the senior guard finally said. "At times I wish the throne room wasn't soundproof, so we could hear what they're saying. Then again, the snobs talk a lot of crud." "Do you hear something?" the younger asked. The senior's ears swiveled. "It sounds like screamin' ." The window shattered as a hot air balloon came crashing through, sending a child flying into the younger. "Oof." The younger hit the ground hard. "Hey, are you all right?" The filly smiled in a way that made the younger very uncomfortable. "I am now, sweet cheeks," the filly said, rubbing the stallion's face. And I'm referring to the other cheeks. IER what? The younger said. The senior frowned and began walking over. Ack! For the child! Anonymous screamed, jamming her hooves into the younger's eyes. She left off and charged at the senior. She smashed the light bulb against his head. Stop the air balloon exploded, sending the guards flying out the window. Anonymous' height somehow saved her from flying out the window as well. She walked over to the doors, bucking them open. Now it is so on. Celestia shouted. Rah! Anonymous screamed as she charged at Celestia. Ha! Celestia screamed as well. Anonymous tackled Celestia, somehow sending her back into her chair. She bit Celestia in the arm, drawing blood. Celestia punched Anonymous in the gut, before rolling across the ground. Blue Blood raised his eyebrow. Auntie, how is a child beating you? Fancy Pants tilted his head. I say, this is madness. Who do you think will win? Silver Saucer asked. I bet 500 bits the child licks Celestia, Gleaming Copper said with a nod. That's absurd, Golden Crown exclaimed. My money on Celestia. I bet 120003 for the kid whoops my auntie's tush, Blue Blood said. That is absurd. Keep the betting around 500 to 10,000. Fancy Pants exclaimed. He internally groaned as the other nobles began making bets, thinking Fancy Pants approved. Put me down for 2,000 on Celestia, he said, giving in. Duck, a noble said. What duck? Blue Blood asked. Oh, he quickly ducked as Luna's throne nearly took off his head. Where are the guards? Perfume asked. Who cares? This is the most interesting thing to happen for years. Rah! A very bloody Anon Filly punched Celestia in the face, before kicking her in the stomach. A Celestia with small cuts and bruises was kicked off, but quickly leaped onto her hooves. Her chest plate had been torn off and was being used as a shield by Anonymous. Anonymous and Celestia charged again. Celestia rammed into the shield, sending the child into the air. Anonymous landed on Celestia's back, biting hard into the wings. Celestia froze. Her head turned slowly, eyes open wide. The buck did you just do? Do you even know what you just did? Anonymous pulled off her crown, before slamming it against the Alicorn's temple. The thousands-years-old goddess of Equestria crumbled like a sack of potatoes, wings still stiff. Halt! The doors would have slammed open, had they not been broken down during the fight, via Alicorn lasers. Luna and the main six stood, staring in shock and horror. Anon, what have you done? Twilight asked in shock. Anonymous in response threw the crown at Luna's face, knocking her unconscious. Anonymous strode over the Celestia's throne as Twilight quickly used the magic of water to revive the Alicorns. The two awoke with a groan to see Anonymous sit upon Celestia's throne. Suddenly, a burst of white, golden and rainbow light shot down upon Anonymous. He returned to his human form. The body of the filly arose out of him, wings unfolding and horns standing proudly. The Alicorn filly gently floated to the spot where Luna's throne should have been, before plopping to the ground with a thud. Anonymous, what have you done? Twilight said in utter shock. The light faded, showing Anon in a crisp suit, his tie a ruby red and a golden band on his fedora. His shirt was silk. What I have done, he said, is become a god. But even better? He stood, his aura strong yet gentle. I have saved the filly. I died where the heck am I? The filly exclaimed. See? Told you. Anonymous said smugly. Hey kid, what's your name? The girl looked at the weird creature. It's Jessica. What are you? Anonymous the human. Anonymous answered. Oh, Luna, you're into mares, right? I what? Luna exclaimed in shock, rubbing her head. Yes or no question. Yes, but we fail to see what that has to do with anything, Luna said, looking with concern. Anonymous strode over to Celestia. He smiled at her face. Luna's a faggot, he said, before flying through the roof with Jessica. I have so many questions, Pinky said. So Anon's a princess now? Fluttershy asked. Applejack considered this, before turning around and walking out. Nope. Her nopes faded to silence as she walked out of hearing range. The end. Bonus. Discord entered reality, ready to cause some chaos and pull many pranks. He froze, looking around the throne room. It was blasted to bits. Luna's throne laid in shambles among the chairs for Daycourt. He saw Celestia with a large lump on her forehead. Luna carried a large bruise on her cheek, while 2 guards had glass in their mainies. Aha! See, Discord's behind this. Discord glanced down at the purple mare pointing at him, a frantic look on her face. As much as I think I would love to take credit for this, I have no idea what took place, Discord stated. And Dash Anonymous and Jessica materialized. Anonymous slammed the sun crown onto Celestia's head, before slapping her. She suddenly supercharged, energy restored and wounds gone, while Anonymous' clothing turned back to normal cloth and Jessica turning into an earth pony. Anonymous saluted, grabbed Jessica and tucked her beneath his right arm. He saluted again, used his saluting hand to tap his fedora. A propeller popped out, and he proceeded to fly back out of the hole he came from. So man I questions. Pinky screamed. Discord scratched his chin, before snapping his fingers and taking any food you happen to be snacking on. He chewed on that, before returning it. I am confused and I love it. And thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video make sure to like and leave a comment and share it with a friend. See you all later.